Hey, what is up guys, welcome back to ProTraderPath. I'm back with another video, and in today's video I'll be giving you guys away the strategy that I personally use to get myself funded and that I shared with some of my close ones who also got funded recently. So before I get to the main part, let me talk about a few things. This video might be a long one, okay, and this video will be related to three other videos that I'm going to upload very soon, as soon as I can. Now when you are watching the video, no matter how long the video is, I highly suggest when you are watching this one, if you want to implement this in your strategy or if you want to use this specific strategy, I highly recommend you to watch until the end, because if you don't watch until the end, you will have lackings, and that lackings may cause you lose a trade or continuously losing trades. Also, before I get to main part, here is a few things that I want to share. This is one of my close brother come friend who recently got his funded account, okay, on 7 December. This photo is not edited or anything. He forwarded me the photo on, I think, couple of days ago, I think on the same day, 7 December, and he thanked me for that. Anyway, he's a close one to me, like we used to live in the same house when during our student life we used to share the same house, okay. So I know him for a long time, and he follows me even like the days I used to play games. He used to play games with me as well. So he's a very good friend of mine, although he's senior to me. But here is a small little proof that what I'm going to show you guys, that works for any person, okay. And also by the end you will understand what I'm trying to say. This is a image that he sent, like the certificate. That's a proof here. Now let me share some of other things, my personal things of course, with you guys, which is, this is the funded account that I am currently trading, okay. I'm currently trading means couple of days ago you saw me posting my recent completion or account challenge completion on the, I think, YouTube community and Twitter as well, because on one of my live stream a follower actually asked me to do some live, trade executions and pass a challenge in live, something like that. And I replied him that I have that plan, but I planned it for later on, because I need more viewers to learn this while I'm doing this. Also there are some legal issues also, right? Because when I'm executing live, people gonna press their button as well, and they will utilize that, and if I lose, they will lose their money as well. In trading, no one can be 100% correct. Now you will see me, I have 75% win rates over here, winning days 75%, 4 days I have completed the challenge. But if you are following me, if you are following my live stream, you know what actually happened on the very first day of this account, okay. So here is the PNL. I had $748 profit on the very first day. I'll try to zoom it so that you guys can see. But what happened is I had a I had a stop loss that I have to manually close from the market when I'm exiting the market, but it was very late at night and I was tired after returning home from work, so I felt asleep without closing that stop loss, okay. As a result, what happened is, it took, when market went to that level, it entered into a long position, like this profit I made from a short position, and it entered into a long position. Later on, market crashed like crazy, and because that position was open and I was sleeping during that moment, it drained all my profit and it gave me another $1055 profit. So it drained my $1800 on the very first day of the challenge. On the second day, or 30th November, I knew that I have already $750 profit. So the second day my target was around 1400, 1500, like the max I can get from a challenge account is 1500, so something around that area, so that on the third day I can complete my challenge. But when I logged into my account, I found this, and then I looked into the trades and other stuff, and I figured out what happened actually over there. Anyway, let's count this as a losing day. Okay, let's say I didn't make the profit, I lost the day. On 30th November I made $1,470 as my PNL high, or profit and loss. The highest profit that I got was 1417. I closed that day like that. On 1st December 1266, I closed my day like that. On 4th December, so 3rd December, I think I didn't trade, and I said already during my live stream that I'm not trading for a few days, but since some people asked for this sort of things, I tried to accept that challenge and do it for them. So yeah, I mean, you saw, like within 3 days I covered all this and I made over $4,100 with this 3 days PNL. That's what you saw over here. The first day started with 50k, came here around $1,055 loss. From that day straight away to the target. Now I completed the challenge. Then I thought I will not trade on this account, and I changed my mind later on because I have 2 other funded accounts that I trade, and I was waiting for the payout to arrive in my bank account. So when there is a payout request, I don't trade on that account because it may delay the payout, or if I lose any money or something, they may cancel the request and I have to proceed to the payout and wait again. That's why I don't trade when I request a payout. Anyway, so since I was not trading on my other funded accounts, I tried to trade here. So let's look here. I have completed 3 days. I need 200 plus of 3 days trade. Okay, like winning days of 200 plus. I have completed 3 days. Okay, in 3 days I managed to get $2,753 as my profit. The best day is 1549, the worst day is 270, and average winning is 917.85. Now let's have a look in these 3 days. On 6th December, $1,549, that's the first day of this funded account, the profit I made. On 7th December, as I said, I only need 200 plus for 5 days to request the payout so that I can get the money back that I invested, or the time that I have invested I can pay myself with this profit. Okay, that's why I didn't go for a long thing or something. You see, the PNL high was 270.66. that's what I ended with. I didn't trade anymore because I was not feeling like trading. First thing first, these weeks are very bad because you will see there are lots of news events going on throughout the entire month of December. Even the current week, when I'm posting this video, this Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every single day there are thousands of red folder newses. Okay, so be careful if you are trying to trade during these months. I suggest you, before January, what you do is you learn my strategy, you follow how you backtest, you forward test the strategy, you figure out how to enter, where to enter and when to enter, and after that from January or something you can go for your account. Like, it's your life. Okay, it's your life, it's your choice. That's my suggestion. You're learning something new, you need to first backtest and forward test it by yourself. Although I'm gonna do the backtest as well here in this video, but you have to do it by yourself as well. I have been doing this for more than 6-7 months. The same exact thing I'm doing every single day to get paid. Okay, as simple as that. Now whatever the highest PNL, that's where I'm ending. It's not because I'm making this much of profit, I'm ending there. I don't need any more on that day. That's what I feel like. That's why I don't trade anymore. As simple as that. Now I hope that's enough proof to you guys. Now let's go to the strategy that I'm talking about. Today I'm gonna talk about only the London session silver bullet because I live in Australia. I'm saying this over and over again. London session is the perfect time for me to trade because it starts at 7 p.m. Australian time. Sometimes the New York AM session, I cannot trade PM session, as I said over and over again. So today I'm gonna talk about the London session silver bullet. Later on I will come with New York AM session, and I never trade PM session silver bullet, so I really don't have any insight regarding that. However, I will try to make a video regarding that as well. But what I'm showing here, if you learn that properly, I think the same thing you can apply with any of your entry, not just silver bullet, any of your entry. Okay, but you have to learn it properly first. I hope you guys will enjoy the thing and you guys will find it valuable in terms of your trading life. So here, as you can see, what I said is I have few rules. I'm gonna explain this one by one, and I have the rules written step by step, and I kept it hidden. As you can see on my drawing, I have this anchor text that I kept hidden. Only this one I kept here. The reason behind that is I want to make sure people are watching the entire video. I'm gonna put the rest of the parts somewhat at the end or around the end of the video, so that when you guys are watching, you guys get the information. You can take a screenshot, or you can save it, or you can write it down on a notepad, whatever, however you want to keep it for yourself, you can keep it like that. But I'm gonna put it in a random place. I'm not gonna show you guys where I'm gonna put it. The first thing first, I'm gonna use higher time frame, mostly 15 minutes as my higher time frame, and execute in 1 minute. If 15 minutes is not giving me clear views or visions, only then I'm gonna go to 1 hour or 5 minutes, like jump between these 3 time frames just to find a clear idea about the market position and market structure. As simple as that. In your higher time frame, which is mostly 15 minutes, you will see before the Asia session, market is somewhat trending from a level. Okay, so what I mean by that is, from a low it created a high on the higher time frame, then it retraced, and this is where the Asia session started. Okay, so Asia session will mostly be like this, consolidation. You will see something like this is happening in Asia session. So what you want to do is, when you sit in front of your computer, which I suggest at least 15 to 30 minutes before the London session, whatever feels comfortable to you. If you sit before that, that's better, but please do not try to execute before 3 AM. No matter what the market does, no matter how clear it is to you, don't execute before 3 AM if you are following my strategy. Okay, so what you want to see here is, from this area there might be a bullish fair value gap. Remember, this is price going from a low to a high, so there will be a bullish fair value gap. Now I mostly look into the fair value gap that is from, let me draw it properly. So let's say this is something happening in the market on the left. Okay, the bullish fair value, I mostly look into first fair value. Why first bullish fair value is because if you draw your mean threshold or OTG or discount and premium, you will understand. So this fair value is sitting in discount, because what I'm gonna show you, it will make sense after that. Just remember that the first fair value of your 15 minutes leg and the price currently at around that area, like this is the current price level, right? So price is currently at this level. So you want to mark bullish fair value number 1 below that level, and bullish fair value number 2. There might be another fair value here. If there is only one, mark that one. Okay, something like this on the lower part, and the bearish fair value number 1 on this. Okay, so bearish fair value like this, or if there is another one, you can mark that one as well. That's the first thing you want to do. This is, remember, this is Asia session, or currently you are looking into London session, somewhat around the area, wherever you are opening the chart before the London silver bullet. You just want to mark the 15 minutes and like 15 minutes bullish fair value and the bearish fair value. Now if you see, for some reason the 15 minutes, it is very upward movement, like it is showing you very upward movement or a strong movements toward the upside, but for some reason there are lots of wicks, it's not giving you any clear fair value gaps or something. You can either look into 1 hour. If 1 hour doesn't have a clear level around the current price area, you can go to the 5 minutes and mark that. Same thing, the first fair value and the second fair value from that leg, from low to high, the same leg. Okay, and after you mark this, what you want to mark is your Asia sessions low. That can be this low. I'm gonna give you an indicator as well. If you find it hard to mark manually, you can use that indicator and that high. Also, if you see like this high is very relatively equal to somewhat around another high around this area, you can mark that high. And if you see this low is relatively equal to this low, you can mark this low as well as your sell side and buy side. So remember what you are doing in your 15 minutes or 1 hour or 5 minutes, whatever time frame you are comfortable with. But mostly, like, whatever I'm gonna show here or whatever I'm gonna do here, you will see me doing this on 15 minutes because that's what I do every time. So you want to mark that buy side and sell side. It's better to annotate the Asia session, like let's say this is my Asia session buy side, so try to write like Asia buy side and Asia sell side. So it will help you to determine like where price is heading or currently at. Okay, what you can in terms of the target as well, it will help you. So Asia sell side, Asia buy side, and the relative equals with that, you mark that. And once you done with these two steps, okay, so what are the two steps? Number one, go to higher time frame, mainly 15 minutes, focus on 15 minutes, and mark buy side and sell side liquidity levels. Below that level, mark the first and second 15 minutes fair value, and above that level the opposite fair values. Like from this move you will find some bullish and some bearish. Okay, so bearish fair values and bullish fair values. Step 2, mark the sell side and buy side of Asia, which is Asian sell side, Asia's buy side. And also what you want to mark is the relative equal. Let's say there is another swing high over there, okay, very close to that Asia, or there is this swing low that is very close to the Asia swing low. Mark both of them. Now once you're done with that, you drop down to 1 minute time frame. In 1 minute time frame, you do nothing but wait until it's 3. Okay, so what you want to see by 3 is like 3 a.m. this one. Okay, this one 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. what you want to see there is market is either taking the sell side liquidity, then it will give you like maybe on this fair value, or it will maybe come lower to this fair value. From this fair value it will find a market structure shift like this. Okay, so extend that fair value to your silver bullet, you will find on the lower time frame a market structure shift after 3 a.m. okay, the silver bullet starts inside of your silver bullet zone. Now sometimes the market structure shift can happen outside of the silver bullet time, but you want to only enter inside of your silver bullet time. What do I mean by that? Let's say your market structure shift happened around this area, like outside of your silver bullet. Just to make it, let me remove the silver bullet mark. Okay, let's say this is where you got your market structure shift, and here you have your beautiful fair value that you want to enter into a trade. What you want to do here is, when market comes on that area during your silver bullet, you can enter there. So fair value or your entry reasons can happen right before your silver bullet, but you only want to enter inside of your silver bullet time, not outside. Mostly you will find your market structure shift inside of your silver bullet, but sometimes that can happen. So if it happens inside, that's even better. So once that happens, you get your liquidity grab market structure shift, you want to enter. If there is only one fair value, you want to enter from that fair value. If there is multiple fair values, you want to again look into that first and second fair value. If there is more, you don't look into that. Yes, there are some times that you might need to enter above a certain level, but mostly try to enter here. Why is because when let's say market is going higher, then it's coming here, you want to enter here for your first entry. You want to still keep some of your risk percentage for yourself, so that you can enter if market comes here for your second entry. This entry will be a very high probability due to multiple reasons. What are the reasons? Let me show you. Number one, the move we are just looking into, I just draw it, okay, so don't take it for granted. The move we are looking into, from that low to that retracement high, you will find that the first fair value is mostly sitting at the discount area, and you want to enter into a long trade when it's in discount, not in premium. But since this is your second fair value, you are entering here with a little portion in your hand. Let's say you risk 1%, let's say you risk $500, okay, for 50,000 account, that's $500. If you risk 1%, you risk maybe 75.75% or even 0.5%, something like that here. And if market comes here, you can enter with the rest of your 0.5 or whatever the leftover you have, or you can add positions. It's up to you, however you feel comfortable with your money. But first backtest, okay, after learning this, you backtest. Now why this is high probability? It's in the discount. Also a lot of time you will find it in your optimal trading zone, okay, or optimal trade entry, OTE or OTZ, which is like 0.62 level of fib, or like, let me show you here. It's a drawing, so don't take it for granted, but the OTE level or OTZ level will look something like this. Okay, now that this happened, let me talk about this as well. If you see the fair value gaps, little portion is left over, like little portion is above your 6-2 level. If you find something like this, you enter on that 6-on level of the fair value, right? What I'm saying here is, this is your entire fair value, right? Let me remove the OTZ and remember that mark, like the middle point of that fair value is aligning with that 6-2 level, okay? So in this case, what I'm trying to say here is, instead of, let me remove the Asia's sell side and buy side for a second, I will bring it back. So instead of entering on top of this level, you want to enter where the 6-2 level is. You will find it helpful when you try it, okay? You will find it helpful. Why I'm saying this is because if market comes to this area, it is coming for that 6-2 level of retracement, but it's up to you, okay? It's completely up to you. There is nothing wrong entering here as well. This will be your discounted area. Most of the time you will find it in your OTZ as well. Also, the thing is, I talked about inducement lots of time. When price creates a short-term low prior to a short-term high, and then market comes and takes that liquidity, then goes higher and gives you more, like, think about this way, from this high to this low, this is a short-term low, it created a short-term high, it went below that, it gave you a market structure shift. Now the same exact thing is happening here. It created a short-term high, a short-term low, another short-term high, it took that liquidity, now it's giving you another market structure shift. So this is why this area, when price takes some liquidity on its way up, it goes like crazy, okay? It is very high probability that market will, if it doesn't go lower for this level of liquidity, okay, there is always that risk. But when this thing happens and you see that reaction, this move will be very quick. Remember that, okay? Remember that when I'm saying this. I have posted so many videos regarding inducement, like even my last video where I was not talking, I was just writing and pointing at things. You will see me writing inducement as a short-term low, and then when market took that liquidity, I said this is the last chance to enter for that trade, okay? That was a I think that was a short trade, so it took the short-term high and then it like violently went for the original move or run. So yes, this is what you want to do during your silver bullet, like whenever there is this. Now there will be times when you won't find your proper setup, like proper setup means the fair value gaps won't be proper, or maybe there is no fair value at all but it's going like crazy, or there are lots of fair values but market is not coming to retest at all. So this is where ICT PDRS comes in place, like what sort of arrays you are willing to retest or backtest for a long time and steady. Like you can use order blocks if you know it properly, you can use breaker blocks if you know it properly, you can use inversion fair value gaps if you know it properly. So there are a lot of other steps that you can do, but for now if you have very little knowledge, just focus on the fair value gaps, okay? and focus on the first and second fair value of a move. Now if there was a fair value around this area of this move, should I wait for this fair value? No. Why? Because it's sitting lower than that liquidity level. Now why lower than liquidity level is not important, or is not something that you are willing to take entry from, is because when there is a move like this happens, okay, let's say there is a move like this, so from this low to that high, what we look into is price retracing to the OTZ. OTZ is 797 and 62 level. Now if price comes below that 79 level, I can show you the proof that ICT is saying this, but if you go to ICT's channel, search for OTE, optimal trade entry, okay, where he is talking about this. I think core content month 4 or month 5, something like that, where he is talking about the OTE. So search OTE on ICT's channel, you will find a video where he is talking about OTE. So if it goes below that level, that means it can go and take this liquidity one more time, and then it can give its move. So this is why we are not focusing on this one, because we expect market to respect something in that OTZ area and then it should go higher. Okay, that's why we don't look into this. Cause like think about this way, you have $100, you are spending all of it, like you are willing to spend until $80, you still have something. But if you spend like $90 or $99 or $95, that $5 will do nothing for you. Like I don't know, like that, if that is a good example or not, but I hope you got my point. What I did first is, in a 15-minute chart, I marked the higher time frame bullish and bearish fair values closest to the current price level, especially above and below the Asia sessions high and low, and then I dropped down to then I marked my Asia sessions buy side and sell side liquidity. Whatever side price takes, the opposite side will be our main focus. Guys, I don't really know if the road work, the noise that is coming from the road work, is too high or loud in my video or not, but I'll try to continue. So yeah, that was the example of the buy side. Like when the sell side is taken, you target the buy side. The opposite is true for the sell side. Like when you see during your silver bullet, it took your Asia sessions buy side inside of that first bearish fair value or second bearish fair value of higher time frame, you look for that liquidity market structure. You will only enter into a trade if you find your setup or entry between your silver bullet time, which is 3 AM to 4 AM. If the entry comes after, let's say market continuously went lower like this, and then finally after your silver bullet it came here, even if it's reacting from that fair value, you are not gonna take that entry, okay, because that's outside of your silver bullet. You can use that if you have that knowledge, you can try that, but if it's outside, you cannot count that as your silver bullet and enter into your trade. As simple as that. Your fair value or your entry reasons can be outside of your silver bullet, but your entry, like the retracement and entry, that must has to happen inside of your silver bullet. Okay, so let's say market did something like this, it came back, okay, there is your first fair value, it came there as well, similar thing. Okay, if it doesn't come, it's okay, first fair value, second fair value, you enter from this fair value, and if it comes to there, you can possibly add some positions, or you just wait, don't worry. If there is two fair value, I'll show you in live execution where I usually put my stop loss during this sort of things. But what I'm saying here is, you enter into trade from the second fair value, like this is price coming from up towards the downside, so that's the first it created the fair value. You try to enter there if possible, if not, you enter here, because there is a high probability that market can retrace this area and then go lower. Why is that? Because there is your breaker block as well, because market created a high, low, higher high, then gave you a market structure shift. So when price is coming lower from that area, this breaker block can actually make like this area, with the breaker block and the fair value, this sort of area can make it very hard for price to go even higher. So what can happen is price can possibly retrace like this. Okay, it will never go to that fair value anyway. So I hope you got the point. Now I'm writing it here, but I have better writings. Okay, don't worry, when I will remove it, I will give you better writings. So what I'm saying here is what you target. Mostly you will see price is taking that Asia sessions opposite liquidity that it took before the silver bullet. So this time it took the sell side, buy side liquidity, so you're gonna target the sell side liquidity. If it takes your sell side liquidity, you will target your buy side liquidity. These are the things you want to focus. But the way I tested this strategy, the way I traded or I'm still trading, is I always try to look for that 1:2. Okay, if the liquidity level, let's say this level is very close to 1:2, so let's say my 1:2 or risk to reward ratio is giving me here and my liquidity level is sitting here. So what I do is at this level I take my partial. You see my first partial, I have a template like that as well. The reason behind that is I always do that. That's why. That's my partial level, and I will leave a runner for either this or even better levels, like there are relative equals, these levels. So I might go for these relative equals for the rest of my position. Okay, things like that you will understand when I will show you the backtesting. But because I can remember that I have done few of them like that, so you will understand. So first partial at 1:2. Okay, and then this is your I will write it, I'll save it actually that way, so that you guys can actually understand every time I do it. Anyway, so first partial at 1:2 and rest for the liquidity level, moving my stop loss to break even. Wherever I entered, I'm moving it there. Why? Is because if for some reason market comes very close to that liquidity but don't take the liquidity, it reverse, you will still have that amount, the partial that you took, you will still have that as your profit. Okay, and at 1:2, if you risk 1% and if you take 50% partial, that is your 1% gain. So for a $50,000 account, you will already have $500 profit in your account, and the rest, if it goes before taking the liquidity, you will close at break even. So you will lose nothing, you will still have your $500 in profit. That's how people gets profitable. Taking partial is very important. It's the most important thing of trading. Profit is a profit regardless of the amount. Don't get me wrong, why I stopped on 200 something dollars profit when I showed you that every single day I can make more than $1,000. Why I stopped there? Because I count that as my profit for that day. Anyway, I hope you got my point. Okay, so guys, as I promised, this is how I take the trade. Now it's in detail from the rules, from the entry method to profit target and special notes and the times. That's why it looks a bit bigger, but it's not that big. What I said is use 15 minutes to 5 minutes 1 minute chart to find out point of interest, rarely 1 hour, what I said over there. Mark the first and second fair value below and above your liquidity level on 15 minute charts. Can use Fibonacci to find them. Simple. Okay, if 15 minute doesn't have any clear FVG, try 5 minutes. I should add 1 hour as well, but anyway, I hope you got that from the video part. Once done with the point of interest, mark the DOL, draw on liquidity along with the relative equal highs and lows if there is any. Okay, what DOL, draw on liquidity, you know, right? Asia sessions high and low, that's what I'm saying, draw on liquidity. Okay, now drop down to 1 minute chart and wait for the London session to take the high or low of Asia inside of your high time frame POI, point of interest. Okay, so high time frame, point of interest, inside of that you wait for Asia session to take your liquidity. Okay, that is your lower time frame mode, that is your higher time frame mode. I am not gonna write anymore because I'm talking about these things, you will understand. Now how you enter? If by 3 AM London took the Asia sessions buy side or sell side, you look for setup for the opposite liquidity. First I showed you the buy side one, like it took the buy side, so you look for a W around these areas, okay, to enter into a trade. So what gonna happen is that will be your liquidity graph, that will be your market structure shift. There you will find some fair value gaps like the first and second. You enter there, you look for that opposite direction. That's exactly what I said over there. Now okay, so that's exactly what I said over there. Now about the sell side, it's the same thing. Like you want to wait for a M to form like this. So what is this? This is your liquidity market structure. You find your point of interest, fair value gap inside of that leg, and then target the opposite direction. Exactly the same but opposite way. Okay, so yeah, like whatever the liquidity London took before or by your silver bullet time, you target the opposite from that higher time frame point of interest. And I said wait for long wait for a W, and for short wait for a M pattern to form inside of that higher time frame point of interest level. It inside means it doesn't need to have here, okay, it can come back and then it can give you that setup around these areas as well. But you want to wait until price actually reach one of those fair value gaps trades and gives you that pattern. Mostly you will find it inside of your fair value, okay, that's why I said inside. After the market structure shift, look for PDRS, focus on FBG to enter. Look for PDRS means, as I said, like sometimes you will find that it's reacting from the breaker block, or sometimes the inversion fair value, sometimes the order block, things like that. Okay, so that's why I'm saying PDRS. But if you don't have enough knowledge about other things, just focus on the fair value. Yes, some days you will miss some trades, but missing trades is better than losing trades. Remember that a missing trade is still a profitable day, but a losing trade will make you suffer for days. You don't even know like how long you're gonna suffer. Now I have some rules. If I find this setup profitable, I really don't want to trade in the New York session or something. Mostly London session is good enough for me. I don't really need to trade during the New York session. If you follow that, you can do that. If not, it's completely up to you. Your psychology, your strategy, your risk management, it's all up to you. I'm just giving you the strategy that I follow for myself. Okay, so that's what happened. If there are multiple fair values, try to enter on the second fair value, and if market goes to the first fair value, you can add if comfortable. What I said here, if market goes here, enter here. If it goes to that first fair value, you can add if you are comfortable. I'm not saying you have to add or you must add, nothing like that. If only if you are comfortable. Okay, so that's what that meant. Or you can use the fib OTZ level as well. Why I said fib OTZ? Let's say that's the low, that's the high, this is your 6-2 level. You can enter from that OTZ to enter into a trade, as simple as that. Okay, fib OTZ. So that's why these writings are big. I don't really need all this, because this is in my mind, in my soul, everything in my trading. Profit target 1 to 2, or drawn liquidity, whatever is closer, whatever is close to your level. Like 1 to 2 is first, and then the drawn liquidity, then I'm gonna target 1 to 2, or I will close the partial, then I will target the rest with break even. That's what I said. If you have more than one lots as your position, take partial at 1 to 2 and then move your stop loss to break even. Leave the rest position for runner, or as runner. It's not for, actually I don't know where I actually wrote it, as a runner for Asia liquidity, or whatever the clean liquidity is. Okay, don't just focus on Asia liquidity. Note, if you risk 1% or less in your trade, the 1 to 2 is more than enough to make you a profitable trader. One win with the same risk to reward can cover your 2 losing days. What do I mean by that is, if you lose 1% 2 days in a row, okay, 2 days in a row, so you will lose 2%. With 1 to 2 risk to reward, with one trade winning trade, you will find that like with 1 to 2 risk to reward, 2% gain with one winning day, you will find that 2% back. Okay, you will get that 2% back. So what I'm saying is, even you can sometimes find more if the drawn liquidity is very clean or bit higher than 1 to 2, and you can get that will give me even more than what you lost. That's why I said one win with the same risk to reward can cover your 2 losing days. As simple as that. Like 2 losing days, you lose 2%. One win with 1% risk is 1:2. At 1:2, it will give you 2% of return. So that's why it will be covering 2 of your losing days if you just trade the London session silver bullet, which means one trade every day. Okay, every trading day you will get only one trade. Sometimes you won't get any trade at all. So weekly you will have only 5 trades. That's up to you. Okay, however you want to utilize it. The similar information you can use for the New York AM session, but I will make several video regarding that. Okay, because I have insights about AM session, I don't have insights about PM session. So to do that, I first have to backtest the PM session, understand how PM session works, then I can actually make the videos. Anyway, so this is Bitcoin chart, and from Binance I have the chart hidden, and what I'm gonna show you is, you see like the end of the chart, after that it's not giving me any time. That means I can only look up to this 27th of November or whatever it is. Yeah, 26th November Sunday until 7 p.m. or something. Okay, this is how far I can go with my current trading view plan, and I bought it for 1 year, so I'm not gonna change it for the sake of the video. And I think I have enough days to show you guys over here, like from 27th until today, whatever the days are, I'm gonna backtest all of them with all my data hidden. So what I'm gonna do now is, I'm gonna go to the NQ chart and I'm gonna start the replay mode exactly where this time frame ends. Okay, so it's hidden from the Bitcoin. I'm gonna go there to NQ. As you can see, I have no data showing over here, nothing. Okay, I have nothing showing over here. Okay, so I'm gonna scroll back where the current or highest level. Okay, so it's giving me until 6 p.m. here. I'm gonna take that reply mode. That's the highest I can move. I cannot move it on the left. As you can see, it's only moving up and down and high, like getting outside of the area. But if I move it to the right, it is moving to the right. Okay, so this is where I can actually target for my backtesting. Now I'm on the reply mode. I wanted to use the FX reply or Forex reply, but they need like their fees are too high and I'm not willing to pay any more money regarding this sort of things. If you are learning from me, you have to believe in my process or believe in what I'm saying. Okay, if you cannot do that, you cannot learn from me. As simple as that. So let's go to the chart now. Now I have, what is this? Okay, 26th. I have the chart hidden, but somehow they are actually giving me more data. So anyway, wherever I am. Okay, now first thing first. So this is from where I'm gonna start my retrace. Anyway, so since I already can see this data, just look, this is the Asia session. Price took the sell side liquidity first, dropped there by I'm not gonna give you this like the backtesting like this. I'm actually gonna backtest from here onwards and without looking into what happened into chart. But since they are showing me this sort of area, I'm giving you the thing that I said straight away to your face. Like what I said is actually, it's working like that. So Asia took that like London took that Asia's sell side liquidity when 3 p.m. happened. Okay, this is exactly the 3 p.m. This is the 3 p.m. Did you have your W form around these areas? Yes, you have. Okay, just from this swing high, this swing low, to this swing high, this swing low, and then wherever you got your market structure shift, you have your W over here. Anyway, but what happened here? It took the sell side, it dropped down. Maybe this is where you had your higher time frame point of interest. I don't know, you will find it. But what I'm saying here is market went higher for that buy side as well. You see, it took that buy side, so I'll just draw a line here. It took that buy side, so let me remove this one. That's one. Now I saw the other one as well. Here what happened, Asia buy side was taken before the silver bullet. Just look during the silver bullet what it did. So this is 50, this is 3. Now it didn't come for the sell side. Okay, this is where the exceptions are. But what happened here, market, I said before and after, like during or after, before. Did you find your M setup? Like, okay, I hope you can see this. You find your M, right? Market took the liquidity, gave you the market structure shift. Okay, you find it where? On this specific candle, this candle. Let me remove this one. This is your silver bullet candle. Your market structure shift happened right when that candle closed below that level. Okay, so it looks something like this. Why I'm showing this and why I said I tested with 1 to 2, this is what is important, brother. You guys have to understand what I'm trying to say here. Liquidity, market structure. Market was this bullish during the silver bullet. The first thing you, okay, it just removed my indicator. So anyway, the first thing you see is your sell side setup, because that's what you should target, right? It took the buy side, so now you should target the sell side. Let's see if there is any way of entering into a trade here or not. Now I cannot see a proper fair value gap, to be honest. There is no fair value, but if you have any other ways to enter, you can figure it out, like huge volume imbalance. That's where price came. That is also a fair value gap, because if you don't understand what I'm saying here, go check ICT's last video. You will understand that every volume imbalance or every imbalance should be treated as a fair value gap. Okay, this sort, everything. But I'm not saying you can enter here, don't get me wrong, because there might be some other ways to enter. But wherever, like this is market structure shift, price retraced to what level? Let's see, that's your OTZ. However, like I'm not making it up. This day you didn't get an entry. Let's say you didn't get an entry, but if you had an entry, okay, if you had an entry, did it provide it to the sell side? Yes, it did. Now where can you enter? Let's say this is your OTZ 1 to 2. Did you get your 1 to 2? You got even more than that. Okay, you got even more than that. Wherever you target, this low, that low, you got more than that. Now you didn't enter into that volume. If you entered into that volume imbalance, you got more than that. I'm not saying this is your entry, okay, it's just came up on my face, and that's why I'm just showing you that how these things can work. It went above, now it's giving you sell tag. Yeah, it didn't go for that low because it's in a huge bullish trend. You are looking for a counter trend. Yes, later on maybe it came, I don't know, but whatever happened here is my 1 to 2 was refilled. And what I said in my rules, I hope you already know that what I said in my rules. I said 1 to 2 or draw on liquidity, whatever is closer. What is your draw on liquidity? What you are marking over here as your draw on liquidity? Okay. Once done with the point of interest, mark on draw on liquidity along with the relative equal highs and lows. What is the draw on liquidity? Asia sessions low and high, right? Okay, so what I said over there is Asia sessions draw on liquidity or 1 to 2, whatever is with like closer. Now you have so many liquidity levels over here. I hope you are getting my point, right? You have so many liquidity levels here. You can target simple like the equals or this one, or even there is a huge bullish fair value, so maybe this one is a better option. Even I think it went up to this one as well. I mean, you know what I mean, right? So 1 to 2, that's what I target, and that is why I target. Okay, it gives a fuck to 1 to 2. That's what I have tested over and over. That's why I use that one. I'm sorry for the bad language. Someone actually said that it doesn't give a fuck to your risk to reward ratio. That's why I use that language. Anyway, and this one already showed over here. So let me start from this area. So I'm gonna go to 15 minutes chart. I'm afraid of marking the like resetting the chart to adjust the height. Now I cannot see anything here, but let's see by Asia session starting and end what happens. Okay, let me go like this. When the red area appears, that will be my Asia session. And should I actually make it bit faster? I'm afraid because it's 15 minutes, it will happen very quick, and I don't. Okay, I'm gonna pause right here. So currently price is at this level. It took some liquidity from here, and the only thing that is visible to me, like it took these liquidities, there are some other liquidities as well. This huge wick, I don't know if I should use that or not. Let me check this 15 minutes. What I said, current price level. So this is where the price is. I'm gonna mark this one. I'm not gonna even mark that one. So 15 minutes fair value, go all the way back to that area. Let me see if there is anything below that, because if market takes this liquidity by the London session, I'm gonna look if there is anything to make or push market back. So there is this one, there is another one over there, but anyway, let's see. I'm gonna go one candle by one candle until it turns. Okay, now it has turned blue. So 2:15 is the time over here. I'm gonna go to 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. This is my silver bullet. Okay, so don't forget that silver bullet start, silver bullet ends. And let me find some anchor text so that I can write down the result as well. Result, how would I write it? Okay, let's say I'm gonna target 1 to 2. Okay, so let's say that's what I'm gonna target, or like whatever I'm targeting, I'm gonna write like this way. So what is the date now? 27th November. So 27 NOV, I'm gonna write here. Oh my god, it will be a huge one. So let me just write down until I can figure it out. Okay, I'm going too far with the November month. It's ending at 30, right? So 27, 28, 29, 30. That's done with the November. Then it will be 1st December. I'm gonna go until, so when is okay, let me keep it like this because I'm not sure when was the Saturday Sunday was, like the weekends was. So I'm gonna keep it like this. I'm gonna just write down the profit percentage, and remember every loss will be 1% loss because I risk 1%. Okay, just the regular text. I'm gonna no, actually I need anchor text one more time. Do I have it here? Okay, yes. Why I'm doing this? So risk 1% per trade and target 1:2 or DOL with partial. This is how I'm gonna do it. Okay, so now I have marked it. I have to mark what? The bullish, like the area where price can reverse, I have marked that. Now area where price can go, I have to mark, because this is where currently price at. It didn't take the sell side liquidity, so I'm hoping for a sell short from this because that's the high and that's the first fair value with volume imbalance as well. So that is where I'm expecting market. If market goes around that area and reverse, I can enter into a trade. Anyway, so I have marked the bullish fair value, I have marked the bearish fair value. Okay, I will try to like make it as simple as possible. Now I have to mark the liquidity. What are the steps? The higher time frame fair value gaps. This is the Asia sessions high, this is the Asia sessions low. So that's the sell side, and this is the buy side BSO. And if is there any fair value here that I'm missing? Nothing. Okay, so because that's the only fair value I can see. So if there are like this fair value was not traded like this, I would mark this one like if it was higher, because two fair values like this. Anyway, so now I'm gonna drop down to 1 minute. This is my silver bullet, that's my buy side, that's my sell side. I will move it around this area so that it doesn't come in my face. Now I want to play, and I want to stop right when it enters inside of my silver bullet area. Okay, remember price still didn't take that high, now it took that high. So now that price is going inside my silver bullet area, I'm gonna look into the reaction from that area. So let's see if it goes there or not. Okay, so now price went inside of my point of interest of 15 minutes, remember. Okay, so I want to, it took the buy side liquidity, now I want to sell, right? So what I want to see here is a proper market structure shift. So until I get that, I'm not gonna enter into a market. So let me mark this. If price can go below this and close below like 50% of this fair value area, I will look for a possible entry, and this will be my market structure shift, since there is also liquidity grab and it's coming from a higher time frame point of interest. So what it calls, let's see what happened. So price, instead of coming lower, it went higher. So now I will look into a market structure shift below this level, because that's another liquidity pool and another swing low created. Let's see. Okay, it went even higher. Still I have time to enter because it's still inside of silver bullet. Now why I'm moving my market structure shift? This is called the internal or the fractal market structure shift. This is a clear swing high, this is a clear swing high that it created, this is a clear swing low that it created. So I'm gonna mark this as my liquidity, and if market can come below this area with displacement, fair value gaps like that, I can enter into a trade. So let's see what happened. Okay, this, oh shit, I thought it's gonna close below that. Okay, this candle actually closed below that. It created a small little fair value over here, there, although it traded over there. I think I have missed my entry, but let's take the entry here because market closed here, so I'm taking the entry there. I actually, like, this is the problem with replay mode. Okay, don't get me wrong. TP at 1 to 2, remember these are the relative equals, so that's the stop loss I'm putting over there. I can even put no, I cannot put lower than that. Okay, so that's the stop loss, that's the entry, the first fair value that I got after that market structure shift. Okay, don't get me wrong, this is internal, this is not a very good trade to be honest, but it's, I'm willing to take it. Okay, since it's aligning with my strategy, I'm willing to take it. Let's see what happens. Okay, market came even lower, market went higher. Did I get my 1 to 2 filled? Okay, that's not 1 to 2 actually, this is 1 to 2. So did I get it filled? Did I get it filled? Okay, I got it filled after the silver bullet. It doesn't really matter if you get your profit at 7 or at 6 or whatever time, your entry must have to be inside of this 1 hour. So that is your 1 to 2 risk to reward. So 27th November I got 2%. Okay, so plus 2. I'm gonna write like this, but let's see how it did after that. It went bit lower, then eventually went higher, but I got my profit here. Okay, so I don't really care about what happened after. Now it's a very big problem for me to go to the next session since it's not something, so I'm gonna 10x it and go to the next day. next day London session, sorry, Asia session, and then drop down to 15 minutes. Okay, I'm actually doing it wrong. I can drop down to 15 minutes and then I can look for the next Asia session. Where is the Asia session, my friend? Okay, this is where the Asia session should form. Why it's not forming? Why it's not forming? Okay, I have to reduce the speed now because otherwise it will go like crazy. So let's see. When I'm I'm gonna mark the silver bullet time as well, like the 3 to 4, so that I know that I'm not fast forwarding too much. 3 to 4. So where can I actually put it? Somewhere here. What day is this? So you saw that 1 to 2 risk to reward that I got. Now, oh, okay, so this is where market is at the moment. Here is a 15 minutes fair value. I'm on the 15 minutes chart, remember, 15 minutes fair value, and from this area above the liquidity I have this huge 15-minute bearish fair value. Price took these liquidities, the sell side as well. Okay, I'm gonna move the buy side from that the previous day to here so that it makes life easier. That's the Asia sessions high, and this is the Asia sessions low, but since there is this relative equal low and that also price took, I'm gonna mark that as well. Okay, since it already took that liquidity, and remember this is my silver bullet on 1 minute. So now that I have this on marked, and also I want to extend the previous fair values as well that price didn't trade. Okay, because price created that, it left some portion open, it tapped upper, so I want to see if it wants to come there as well or not, but mostly I will look into that blue fair value. So above there I have my bearish fair value, below this like this is my bullish fair value. So let's see what happened on this silver bullet day. I'll just put play, but I'm very afraid, like afraid in a sense that I don't want too quick of move in, that's why I'm like doing it in one. Okay, so now I'm inside of the silver bullet, price already took the liquidity. Let's see if I have some areas to mark as my W or not. So this is a possible W, although it's not good, but I want to see price either going above this or properly with displacement, like not like this. Okay, this piggy moves with displacement, like this entry, the entry that I showed over here, it had a clear fair where was that? Here it was moving piggy here, but it when it broke below, it created that fair value. So I want to see when it gives me where is that? Come on, where is that? So when it gives me the entry, I want to see that fair value gap over there, like when the break of a structure happens. So let's see. Okay, so market came lower one more time. So now if market goes above this, okay, why I'm saying if market goes above this is because it already has taken some liquidity from that area and it's inside my silver bullet. So this can be my possible liquidity. I'm saying possible, okay, because it created relative equal, so there is a risk over there, but anyway, like relative equal loss, that's why I'm saying there is a risk, and I want a aggressive move to the upside. I wish there was a swing low that I could mark as my market structure shift and enter from this one, but anyway, let's see. Okay, market came lower one more time. Now it took this liquidity. It's to be honest, this is something I'm very scared of because there are so many relative equal lows over there, but still there is this liquidity and there is that market structure shift inside of my. Okay, now it's better because it actually took the liquidity that I was worried about. Now if it can go above, like this is your short-term low and short-term high, if it can go even above this and close above this with a fair value gap, I'm gonna enter into that fair value. Okay, it came lower one more time, nothing happening, nothing. Okay, there is your fair value that you can possibly enter into a trade from if it gives you the entry. Okay, another thing, when marking, if above my fair value there is a volume imbalance, I'm gonna mark until that body as my fair value. Okay, and I'm gonna enter from that volume imbalance, because what happens is sometimes the volume, that is also a fair value gap. And then I'm gonna, okay, why I'm even going that far, I'm gonna go for 1 to 2 first. If I get more opportunities to enter, I'm gonna enter into another trade after my silver bullet. Okay, so market created 1, market created 2, market created 3. So now I'm gonna look into an entry around this area. This will be my stop loss. Let's see what happened if market gave me the entry or not. Okay, so I'm into a trade, market came lower, it stopped me out. So first thing first, let me write down the -1. Now market is still inside my silver bullet. Okay, still inside my silver bullet. So what I can do is I can wait for another market structure shift to enter into a trade if I'm willing to. But if I lose this trade, like the next trade, if it gives me, like if it doesn't go more low and then gives me a proper break of structure, I'm gonna enter into a trade if it happens before the 4. Okay, before 4 p.m. Now market coming lower, it went higher, it created this internal structure shift. Why I'm saying this internal structure shift is because, and also if I lose twice in a day, I don't trade anymore for the day. So why this is, because this is a swing high. Okay, this high traded into a fair value, it has 2 lower highs on its right, 2 or more lower lows, like lower highs on its left. So this is a market structure shift as well. But it's up to you. If you don't I mean, if you don't find it proper, I don't know, like how I can tell it. If you don't find it proper, like there is a fair value, right? If this is a fair value, I'm gonna look for a entry around this area, and the stop loss will be the fair value gap candles low. But in this case, I'm gonna put it here, target 1 to 2. Once again, this is the target, but since these liquidities are very clean and very close to me, let's see, after taking a partial from this high, I will look for more, like I will mark like this. Okay, so if it goes here, it can clearly go there. So you know what, I'm gonna take the first partial around this area, because these are looking pretty clear range. So that will be my full partial, full take profit. Okay, here, and it can go for the buy side, I don't mind seeing that. But let's see if I can get actually any entry or not. Okay, so it didn't give me entry yet. It created, that was the first fair value, that's second fair value. But is there any other thing to enter? Okay, let me have a look. Should I? Okay, I'll try to enter from here. If I can get it, I will still keep my target the same, as long as it's not going below 1:2. And this time I'm gonna put my stop loss here. Since it created 1 fair value, 2 fair values, I'm gonna put the stop loss below the first fair value gap candles low. Okay, like this 1 2 3, this 3 candle created the fair value, so this will be my stop loss. So let's see. Okay, it created another fair value. Now I don't know what I should do. Okay, to be honest, now I don't know, because so this fair value, it's a problem. It's a problem. Like even if I want to enter from this fair value, okay, even if I want to enter from there, I will have to put the stop loss at least here, and then I have to target that 1 to 2, and this time it will go crazy like that. So let's see. I'm still, since it's still inside the fair silver bullet, I'm gonna enter into the trade and let's see what happens. Okay, just a thing, I will just fast forward the, like fast forward means increase the speed so that I can see. Okay, that's too fast to be honest, because I want to see the reactions as well. Okay, now that's my 1 to 2. Now I cannot say this is my profit target. Okay, sorry, this is my profit target anymore. Where is it going? Where is it going? Okay, there is this fair. Okay, so I got my profit over there. Okay, although I could have exited somewhere around this area because of this fair value, but is it actually important? I don't think so. Let me actually have a look what my OTZ says. Not this low, I have to look for the other low. Okay, yes, that was important. So maybe I could have exited somewhat around that area, like that 7 on level, rather than going there. But since it's a back test, let's see how 1 to 2 works. There is nothing over there, so let's keep it running, and I'm gonna write down at negative -1 plus 2. Okay, so this, on this day I have +1. I have 1%. So yes, it went very close to that area, Asia sessions high, and now it's retracing. So anyway, I'm done for that day. I don't really need to see what happened after that. I can simply go to 15 minutes and fast forward to the next session, next day. Okay, so market came lower, took that liquidity, went higher. Don't go crazy, man. I need to see when the Asia session starts so that I can stop my fast forward. Okay, that's the Asia session. Couple more candles, there will be a gap in between. That's where I'm gonna, okay, now I'm gonna stop. So Asia session is there, it took some liquidities, it created relative equal highs with this candle and that, but what I need to see here is, let me mark the Asia sessions buy side and the sell side. Let me put the SSL. Let me mark the first fair value here, and let me put the second. It's already trading below that area, so I might not need that, because if price takes the sell side liquidity, it will come to this fair value, so I don't really need that one. But I will keep this on, and I will just draw this one in case price wants to come this low. Okay, in case, but I don't think that it will come that low during London session. Okay, London session started. Make sure to put that 3. Oh my god, I was so lucky. Like, I was fast clicking on my mouse and it just stopped before that silver bullets, because I don't really want to see the candles and then I then use that as my silver bullet entry. Okay, so I'm so tired of talking, man. Let me have some water. Silver bullet started, market took that liquidity inside of my fair value. So now let me mark one thing. This is the high that I want to see getting violated, or if market, like with some fair value gaps or displacements, or if market run, it can come lower and take this liquidity one more time. So I'll mark my liquidity and market structure, and I will just click it. Okay, that's a huge candles move. Now this is a clear market structure. However you want to mark it, like you want to mark from here, that's also a market structure shift. Okay, so I hope you are getting my point. This is your first fair value gap that market created, so I want to enter into trade from here. If it creates another fair value before giving me the entry, I will try to enter from there. So let's put the position here a stop loss below that candle, maybe a tick. Anyway, like same candle there is some volume imbalance, that's why I wanted to say like maybe just a tick below that area, so that if for any reason there are lots of volume imbalances over there, it is what it is. Let me keep it like that. Let me find the 1 to 2 here. So 1 to 2, yeah, I think this looks promising to me, but Asia session is still higher. It will go around this area. This is too clean of liquidity, my man. I want to actually go here, but I want to go to this liquidity at least, okay, and I will take some partial at 1 to 2. So let me mark both of the levels here, and maybe I can even go for the Asia sessions high. So let me put here, let me put here, and because this is very clean. Anyway, I'll just target this one because it's giving me 2.76. I'll target this. I don't know, like it looks too promising for me to take profit earlier, so I'll just keep this one short because it's very near, right? So 1 to 2 comes somewhat around this area, and from here to here it's, yes, it still requires a bigger move, but what I'm saying here is if it goes above that area, around this area, these liquidities are too promising to, you know, keep behind. So that's why I'm gonna target that area. Let's see, like that's my target. I don't want to, it is what it is. If I lose, I lose. That's how I trade, enter into a trade. Should have taken the 1 to 2, man. Oh, okay, man, look, it took the Asia session, the other relative equal high that I marked, at the same time it gave me a heart attack. Like, I think, just look, it's 1:2.2. It already gave me what I usually target, but just because of the greed I couldn't control myself. And okay, let me check another thing. If I put my stop loss here, did I got stopped out? No, not really. Okay, so either way I'm safe here. Okay, if I put it here, it's still safe. If like somehow I missed all this volume imbalance, if I put it here, I'm still safe. If I put it a tick lower, I'm safe either way. So I want to see where these candles actually came. This here, I don't know, like from here to here. Okay, so now it makes sense. Why I'm saying this is because there are lots of volume imbalances, so around these areas it actually filled up all the liquidity voids, and then it started going up. Anyway, but hey man, how much I get? 2.83. I'm loving it. I'm really loving it. 2.83 on 29th November. See, if you can see this, you will find out what I showed at the very beginning, like my PNLs. Like this. Oh, this is 6th December, so not, I don't know why it's opening on different thing. Yeah, 29th. What was the date that I just took entry? I don't know, like 7:50, whatever it is. That's how you get that money from your market. Okay, so yeah, I mean, that's another day successfully done. So I'm gonna keep doing it until I reach to the until I reach to today's date. Today is how can I find out? Okay, from my computer actually. Calendar, it's 11 December today. Okay, so until 11 December, whatever data is available, I'm gonna keep doing this so that I can find a very good percentage or value. So if you guys want, I will try to make it short short means I will maybe cut out some unnecessary parts after this one and just keep the area right before the silver bullet so that you understand. But I'm promise, like I promise, I'm not gonna cheat or do anything. I'm gonna show you whatever is happening. So since I'm gonna show a couple more and then I will maybe just fast forward or at least make this part of the video very like speedy move, something like that. Maybe I will do it while editing the video, okay, so that it becomes a short video, not too long. So let's see what I have here. Current price is there. I have the low sitting inside of this only fair value gap. Current price here, there is nothing I can see but this bullish fair value. Price is taking the high. So what can I mark? Like this one I don't really want to, because it got completely filled over there, okay, and price then came and took this liquidity. But okay, let's see. There is another one above that one that is looking promising. I don't really know if that is the area price came or not. And let me just remove the previous, okay, let me remove all the drawings and let me just draw the whole thing on more time. That's the bullish one. The bearish, there is nothing. There is this one. Still I want to see how price reacts from that area, because this can be a fake breakout. Can be, I don't know. So let's see, like these two areas by my silver bullet. 3 2 4. I will go right one candle before that. Now I'm gonna go to my 1 minute chart. I have my buy side fair value mark. I have my sell side one here, another one above that. But I don't think within next 1 hour price can go there. So because that will be a huge move for the price to go, right? So let's see what price is doing. There is no liquidity taken yet. No liquidity. Okay, now price took that liquidity. So what I want to see is it's breaking below this or even taking above that. Okay, you know that it already took some liquidity. Okay, it took that liquidity once again. Okay, first it didn't go to the fair value area, but it already took it. And can I redefine this area by anything, like in even 1 minute? In 1 minute I have some volume imbalance. Let me actually go to 5 minutes for a second, guys, because since it didn't tap there and gave me the market structure shift. Okay, this is where I said I will look into 5 minutes. See, this fair value is missing. And what is this fair value? That's the number one fair value. There is a small little number 2 fair value over here, as you can see. So 5 minutes, this is what I should have done when I saw it went above. So anyway, I hope you guys will still count this as my trade, since market just broke the structure. And also I missed my entry too, or maybe I missed it because I went to 5 minutes. It is showing these candles. I really don't know, but I would love to enter from this fair value, since it's a pure area to enter and target 1 to 2 or even lower, since there are so many relative equals. Let's see how far it is. It's not too far from my 1 to 2. So these are the relative equals that I can target. Like, look at this. Why I said like whatever is closer and then you can do this is because just look like how clean up these liquidities are. So I'm into a trade from here. Let me fix my stop loss, because this is a huge week. Should I go like this one? Okay, I'll put my stop loss here. Okay, the fair value gap candles high. Although there is some volume imbalance, I'm a bit afraid about that, so I would love to put it around that area. I don't mind putting it there because of the volume imbalance, or I can simply look into this huge order block and put a tick above that, just around that area. Okay, so let's see. That's my entry. Okay, if this was like, if I couldn't find my entry there, this candle's weak gave me the entry. Even okay, this candle for sure I got my entry, so I don't mind saying that that's my entry, and I don't mind counting it as my proper entry. Okay, because I already got my entry. So let's see what happened. Oh shoot, bro. Equals. Okay, anyway, it was crazy within few minutes. Okay, because this whole session is 1 hour. Within few minutes it went crazy. But how much? Oh damn it, man. Oh, it gives me only 1.64. So you know what I said, right? 1 to 2. At least 1 to 2, man. I didn't realize it gives me 1.64. Okay, if I saw that, I could have targeted the swing lows around these areas, because there's a relative equals as well. However, I don't mind. But what I did is, remember on this day I made this profit. Okay, but I somehow deleted all my drawings. I have to figure out that drawing where it is. Come on, come on. So I took profit as 1 to 2. Okay, don't mind. I'm sorry. It's been long. I'm recording the video. Oh damn it, man! It won't give me the. Okay, it actually gave me. It gave me. So where was that entry? Here, right? This fair value was what I entered here. So this day it should be 30. Yeah. Okay, so 30. I got 2%. Don't get me wrong, guys. I'm too tired of talking and sitting in the desk. Okay, so 30 November, what day is this? This is Thursday. So 1st December will be Friday. After Friday, I have to skip 2 days, like Saturday, Sunday, and then I can go to the next silver bullet. So let's see. When is the next Asia session starting? Wait. When is the next Asia session starting? Don't give me too much. Don't give me too much. Okay. Now that I am in the Asia session, I'm gonna remove the buy side, sell side, whatever it is. I'm gonna mark my new buy side, sell side, and the fair value gaps that I talked about. So current price is here. I'm gonna mark this on. Okay, that is actually still Asia session. Now that the London session is starting, where is my 3 here? Where is my 4? Here, first fair value. Now the second fair value of 15 minutes, similar thing from this range, whatever I can find over here. So this is the second, come on, this is the second fair value, and this is the first fair value. I saw it, man, I saw it. I'll keep it right here and here. So let's see. Right before the London already took the Asia sessions liquidity sell side, but I'm still gonna wait until I find 15 minutes chart, this one or this one. I think this one looks good. Anyway, I'll keep both of the levels. Let's see whatever I can find. Now it already took it, but I'm gonna see what happens by 2 p.m. okay, like 2 a.m. sorry, because it is not silver bullet before price goes inside that area. Come on. Okay, so it took, okay, it created relative equal low. I don't mind seeing that. Now it has taken some of its fair value, I mean liquidity. Okay, so here I have this fractal high and I have liquidity on the left, but I will mark both of them. If it goes above this area with a proper bullish fair value during my silver bullet, I can look for entries around that. But let's see, it's not silver bullet yet, so this is a clear swing high now, because it has at least 4 candles on the left and at least a couple of candles with a fair value gap on the right and left. Anyway, this is the problem, man. Now this is something I wanted to see. Don't jump like that. If you jump like that, where am I going to enter? So that's the first fair value. I'm gonna put my position over here, stop loss at the low of this, but volume imbalance, man, and he was weak like that. But anyway, let's see. Target 122, whatever. Okay, 122 looks good because relative equals, however you say it. So I can go maximum maybe here, like this one maybe, but I think this is already giving it for 1.4. So this high is already giving me 122. I'm gonna target this, but let's see. 122 is what I usually target, and I didn't even get the entry field. So this is my second fair value, and I'm gonna enter now over here, keeping the same stop loss. And now I have to put my 122, however it goes. Okay, it's the Asia sessions high, and the move is very energetic. So now I'm into a trade. So if market comes here, since I took a trade too far high and 122 is going too far, if market can come here on this fair value, I'm gonna take another position. Okay, so this will be my 2% risk. I don't know if this is good or not, and I will keep the target same, but I will mostly close it around this area, like this liquidity, if this one gets filled. Okay, no order filled. Okay, so this order didn't get filled. I'm gonna remove it, and this is the order that I got filled over here. Why I entered here? First fair value, second fair value, and why I said this is a market structure shift, because it already took the liquidity. It gave, like, this is what this placement looks like. Okay, like 1, 2, 3 candles. Within 3 candles, you have 2 fair value gaps. What else you want? Now here you have your fractal high. What is this fractal high? When you have at least 2 candles, although ICT, okay, don't get me wrong, ICT said 1 candle on lower candle on left, on lower candle on right. Within 3 candles, you can look for your swing highs and lows. But for me, if I count 3 candles, like 5 candles, 2 candles on the left, 2 candles on the right, from that fractal high or low, that gives me better result. That's why I'm doing it. Okay, it's my observation. If you want, you can use your one fractal high, but for that you have some rules as well. I'm not going to talk about it here. You focus like this one. I have 2 candles here. That high is trading inside of a fair value. I have at least 2 candles on the right. In this case, I have 4 candles on the right. So this candle is a clear swing high for me, and that's why this is my fractal. So if there was a fair value around this area, this entry could have been a losing entry or riskier approach. Okay, don't get me wrong. This is a riskier approach. Why? Because from here it's very near to your stop loss. If you had a fair value around this area, your stop loss had to be around this area. That's why I'm saying it's very near. Let's say you found an entry around this area. You cannot make your stop loss any smaller than this. It's only 3.5 ticks. And look at this candle. How much? Like, look here, right here. What is the change shows on this one single candle? This 5.5 candle. Now think about it. It's a high probability? No, it's a low probability. But when it turned into high probability, when I saw these 3 candles, that created 2 fair value gaps. One, the first fair value, and the second. Usually, when there are multiple fair value gaps like this, price taps into the first fair value, like the second fair value from low to high, right? First fair value, second fair value. Price taps into that, goes higher. If price market wants, it can come to this fair value, but it mostly doesn't go, price doesn't go below that most of the time. So that's why you want to enter on top of that fair value and then keep it like this. Okay, like stop loss at this low, or even you can, since it doesn't go below, usually it doesn't go below that, you can even move your stop loss around this area as well. That's what I'm saying. Okay, and target similar or bit lower, since you can take some partial or. The best part is this is a high that created before market is coming to retrace, so you can look into this entry's profit at that high, and the other one you can now keep it for runner. What's gonna happen is you already are getting a 3.69, and then the other one is giving you, on average, it will be somewhat around this area, like entry will be somewhat around this area, so 2.57, and that one will give you another 2.89. So together it's a huge profitable trade. That's why I'm saying, like, you can leave that runner. So anyway, I think it is playing with me. It won't give me 1 to 2, right? So I made 1 to 2, which is 1st December, plus 2%. Okay, now let me get back to 15 minutes on more time. Let me actually do another thing. I'll delete it like this so that this area is not removed or something. Okay, so let me fast forward to the next session. I want to make it quick. Oh shit, I actually lost my pause button all at a sudden with that all crazy moves, man. Anyway, so this is the Asia session. Let me go a little further for the London as well, so that I can understand which area I can look, because I'm taking into a taking entry into a London session right now. I have this fair value, my silver bullet. How far I'm sitting from the silver bullet? Okay, I still have time for price to come here, but I will have to look into other time frames as well if these weeks are making anything to the price. Okay, so this is the silver bullet time. It's gonna start very soon, so I don't think price can come this low. So what I want to do is I want to go to 5 minutes to figure out if there is any fair value or not. Okay, so there is this fair value of 5 minutes where price currently at, I don't really know. Let me actually go to 1 hour for the first time.
This is only 5 minutes it is. Okay, 5 minutes it is, and the 15 minutes that I can clearly see. Let's see like price if it wants to respect any of those. So 1 hour there is nothing. Now I'm inside of my silver bullet. So you already know that it took the Asia sessions high. I didn't mark the buy side or sell side because I have to remove it every time I mark it. That's why when I find the setup, I'll just try to like take profit around these sort of areas. So let's see. Market took the structure one more time. So it's Monday, right? So mostly it will be accumulation phase. So I have to be careful on this day. Guys, on Monday, try to be careful. Okay. So Monday, it's going lower. That 5 minutes, it's going. Okay. So now that market went above that high or that high, there is no fair value, man. There are some volume imbalances, but there is no fair value, and it's very choppy. So I want to see a little bit more. Okay, so there is the first fair value with that volume imbalance. Oh, damn it! With that volume imbalance, so I'm gonna target to enter from here. I don't know where should I put my stop loss, but at least no, actually, this is an unusual candle, right? Like candle's weak, so I want to cover that and then target the 1 to 2, the 50% level. Yeah, that's covered 1 to 2. So yeah, if market can give me entry here, that is the entry I'm gonna take. Oh shit, the first fair value, second fair value, it didn't come here. It created another. Okay guys, so I'm really sorry. I think on this day I cannot take any entry because just look, first fair value put the positioning tool, second fair value still it didn't come. Okay, now third fair value, fourth fair value, fifth fair value, it came to that. Do I want to enter here when it has already taken that? I really don't think so. I really don't think so. Yes, the possibility of market to reach higher is until this fair value gap. So there are some other highs as well, but how can I enter here and put a stop, like where can I put my stop loss? I don't know, like I really don't know. So in that case, I'm not gonna be greedy. Okay, now it didn't give me 1 to 2, it gave 9.6. If something like this was the stop loss, then my 1 to 2 could have been easier. Yeah, so anyway, I mean, even if I entered it, it's still giving me that like a stop loss like this, 10 pips or something. Okay, so maybe I can make it 40 ticks by 80 ticks. That's what I could target, like 10 pips of stop loss and 20 ticks of take profit. But I'm not gonna count this as my entry, so I'm gonna write down here what is the date, 4th December. So okay, hold on, 4th December. I'm still looking into the chart and inside of the silver bullet. I didn't really realize that. So 04 DEC. Now I have to write until, I think that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, until Friday, right? So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think until that. Okay, so 4th December, mostly I'm not into a trade because it already took the liquidity and other stuff, but let me see. Okay, it's outside of the silver bullet now. I cannot enter into any trade on 4th December, so I'll just write down NT. Okay, no trade. I hope you can understand NT. Let's go to the next session. What is it? Damn it. Okay, now I have to pause because it goes like crazy. Why they don't give us some free choice of speed, like from 1 to 2 to 10, whatever it is. Anyway, I don't. Where is the London session starting? Okay, 3 is very near, like 3 is here, 4 is here. So on this day, oh my god, it's very crazy bearish. But anyway, I'm gonna mark the high, the relative equals over there. The low is already taken. I don't need that. The reason I mark the high this time is because it's from current price, it's too far. And let's see, this is the first fair value. There is a small little fair value over here as my second fair value. So let's see what price can do. If it goes below that, I have to look even further back to find possible. But I don't think that's gonna happen because the reason is if it goes below these levels, I don't think I'll find any setup inside of my silver bullet time by then because it's literally it's quite far away from that area. Let's see. It's already giving some reaction from this. 15 minutes it didn't actually tap, so let me check actually 5 minutes if there is anything before it goes to my silver bullet. There is no fair value, some sort of volume imbalance, nothing around this fair value. So anyway, let me get back to 1 minute and let's look for the possible setup of during my silver bullet towards the buy side. Why buy side? It took the sell side first, that's why. And it's okay. Now let me actually have a look. Okay, yes. So this sort of confluence you can add if you have experience. What that is, just look on this. I'm gonna write it back and in a different color so that you can understand. It's 1 minute's back. Why it's 1 minute's back is from this low to that, this is where market broke the structure again and created the fair value, left the fair value open for this portion. So this is a breakaway gap of 1 minute. Okay, and price came to that midpoint around that area and now it's going up higher, but I want to see what happens in my silver bullet session. Okay, and this is the 15 minutes first fair value and this is the 15 minutes second fair value. So this fair value first it was violated, now it's going there. If price respects that during my silver bullet, I can use that information as well to enter into my long. Okay, I hope I didn't already mess it up, but let's see. Silver bullet started, price took the inducement. That is something I love to see on this day. No matter what, I'm gonna enter into a trade. Okay, because this is some real good thing. Why? That's ICT's one candle market structure shift. Okay, since it traded into fair value. However, you have multiple fair value gaps on this move. Market created relative equal lows. It came lower first. It took the liquidity. It went like this is what displacement looks like. See here, you had piggy moves. you had piggy moves over there. Now you have a better move from here, and also from this low to that high. That's the highest price risk before this low happened. So let me check from this low to that high. See, every time price came to that 50% level, it went higher. Came to 50%, went higher. Came to 50% or below, took the liquidity. Now it shoot even higher. So this is what I was saying, like the inducement. Once you see the inducement is taken, market gonna shoot like crazy. So anyway, two fair value gaps. You know what I do? I trade. Okay, and also if there is a volume imbalance with your fair value, for the bullish, if there is a volume imbalance above, I mark that. For the bearish, if there is a volume imbalance below, I mark that together with my fair value. So that's my first fair value and above. Okay, so this is my second fair value because there is a small little volume imbalance. So I want to enter into a trade from here, a stop loss around this low. Although I really don't think this big of a fair value gap will be fully covered, so I can move it a bit higher, but for the sake of the video, I'm gonna move like that, 2 pips, and first entry here. If market comes here, I'm gonna enter one more time, but let's see. Okay, I got my first entry. Okay, that's my first entry done. Now volume imbalance, this is where I made a mistake. Actually could have traded here, but anyway, whatever it is, what it is. Okay, what I said, I'm gonna stick with that. So if it comes here, I'm gonna enter into another trade. I don't think it will, but anyway, if it comes before, okay, so I'll make sure that I have 1 to 2, but the move, I'm loving it. Anyway, I'll just keep it on to 2. Okay, but if it comes here, then I will think about something else. Okay, if it comes here, I will close one position at 1 to 2, another one I will look for some liquidities like this. Okay, this is too clean to keep up there. That's why, like, these liquidities. That's why I'm saying, like, I don't know if it's gonna go that. I don't know if it's gonna go to that high or not, but at least if it comes to this one and gives me another entry, I'm gonna enter that, close on position here. That will be my 2% profit, and move the stop loss to break even wherever the average becomes. That's where my stop loss will be, and target this. If market hits me, I have no loss. If market hits the take profit, I have even more profit. Okay, remember this part. Oh shit, someone is smoking ganja. Yep. So something like this. Okay. Ooh, it came so close, man. Oh, bad luck, bro. That's a bad luck. Just imagine, like, this is a 4.79 up trade. Anyway, it gave me my 1 to 2. So since it didn't fill it up and it already hit my take profit, I'm not interested now if market comes to my entry or not. So I'm gonna close this entry. But that's another win. So on this day, 5 December, I have plus 2%. Okay. Okay, I was not actually writing percent on top. Anyway, I hope you got. It won't take me long. No trade means no trade. Okay, this is what the result looks like. Let me go to the next day. Oh shit, what is it? I don't want to. Let me just remove the buy side. Eventually it actually took the buy side, and that was the fair value I was talking about. But I think by the time it was that the one. Anyway, oh no, I'm in 15 minutes. I'm sorry guys, I mixed it up with the 1 minute and 15 minute. Anyway, I don't really need to look into the previous day, but eventually it went higher. What is this I was talking about? Okay, this area on that entry. I don't want to keep any old levels so that it can make me confused. That's why you'll see me trading on a clean chart most of the time. I draw the same day. Okay, I don't keep from the old day, I draw the same day. That's the time. So let me just mark the 3 to 4 AM. Where is it? So that I know where to stop my fast forward. Let's go. Too quick, but let's see. Oh damn it, bro. On this day I have too many fair value gaps. So first thing first, let me see. This is the fair value I can consider. Like price closest to, but I'm not actually loving the idea. So what can I possibly do? Should I? Okay, let me have a look into the hourly. 15 minutes or hourly. Let me check the hourly how it looks. Okay, it's a huge hourly fair value, and there is this small little fair value. Okay, so since this is a very small little fair value, first fair value, and this is the second hourly fair. Although I'm not gonna count this as my second fair value, first fair value. Sorry, so I'm not gonna count this as my fair value because it's very small. I mean, even if I draw the lines from where is it here and that low, you see, like this is small. So I really don't want to count it as my first fair value. However, if this is the first fair value, there is at least better fair value than what I am seeing here. Okay, here. So this is the 15 minutes part of the fair value that is aligning with the 1 hour. So I'm gonna keep this fair value and use that one as my area of interest. But I'm gonna draw the fair value below it as well in case market comes lower. Although it's almost time, so I don't think market will come. So now I'm gonna go to 1 minute and look. Okay, I didn't do another thing, the higher level mark. So let me just quickly have a look. Anyway, 15 minutes it doesn't gonna give me anything here because I can see it's lots of consolidation thing. However, I can simply like this high, and before that high I can mark, I think, this volume imbalance with fair value and this. Okay, sorry guys, I really need to do this way, so, and like I really do it this way so that you guys can understand what I'm actually talking about. Where is it? Here. And then the Asia sessions. Okay, these fair values I really don't need. I don't think I'm gonna use it because that week actually is trading above both of them. So here is another thing, guys. You see this candle or whatever you want to call it, this is something very unusual. You will find these sort of things once or twice in your move, and especially during the Asia sessions and London sessions. So what I want to do is I want to keep an eye on that midpoint, because as you see previously the midpoint was not broken. Okay, so if I get an entry I'm not gonna target that shitty week's high. Okay, either I can target this or I can target that consequent encouragement. I'm not going there. Don't get me wrong, but this is observation. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm just gonna keep it simple. Because oh shit, what is that color of my CE? White. I need to actually save it. CE. Okay, so let's see like if the entry is actually if I'm actually getting the entry or not, because market is already going too far above. So liquidity didn't even trade into that. Instead it traded this 1 minute huge fair value, huge, or maybe in other time frame like 2 minutes or 3 minutes there might be something, although it kept some clean liquidity levels. I'm not considering that. So okay, it's already there, man. It's already there. And this is my silver 3 AM to 4. So one, I really don't know like where I can enter. So let me see. Market came to this fair value gap first. I might have missed the entry because there were 2 fair values here that market traded, and then again it created 3 fair values. So that's my first fair value with the volume imbalance. This is my second fair value. So I could have, okay, let's see. One thing. Come on, you son of a bitch. Put that silencer in your asshole. Fuck, man. Anyway, so if I entered into this fair value gap, okay, I had to put my stop loss at least here, and then 1 to 2. That's going above that CE. I'm not gonna, I'm not, it is too close to taking the liquidity, so I don't think. Okay, when it came here, I'm sorry guys, I actually didn't realize that I'm looking into silver bullet. It didn't take the liquidity yet, so it's coming lower. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, okay, let's make it simple. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna make it simple. This is the fair value with volume imbalance. There is another fair value that I talked earlier. Okay, and this area why I didn't take entry I already explained, because it's not giving me the 1 to 2. But this is the fair value, market retested, now going higher. What I want to do is like if I realized it didn't take the liquidity yet or went above that high, that's why I'm marking that. It's just a tick above that liquidity level. I could have looked for possible entries here also, from this swing low to that swing high. Is that the OTC? Damn it, bro. Just look where it came. Exactly inside of that OTC. Anyway, it is what it is. However, I'm gonna look for entries. I'm gonna enter, like I'm gonna see if I enter like this, if I target that, it's not giving me anything. If that is my stop loss, then I can get a 1 to 2. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put an entry here with 0.5% risk. Okay, and I'm gonna put another entry on this fair value in case it comes back. In this case, I'm gonna put the stop loss around this area, targeting the same. If it stops me out and gives me another entry, okay, no, I don't really want to put there. I want to put here, because if it stops me out, okay, only then it will give me the entry, not before that. If it stops me on here, 0.5% and another 0.5%, because or 1% here. Okay, so I'm risking 0.5 here and 1% here. Let's see which one I can find. So this is the market execution. Okay, so let's see what happened next. Market came lower eventually. Okay, so I got my 0.5% entry field. Second time did it give me the other one? No. So yes, I got my 0.5% entry field. I didn't take the 1% one. So in this case I actually got only 1% gain. Okay, although the second time it actually came to that OTC, so I could have entered with the rest of the 0.5%, but it is what it is. Anyway, so that's the stop loss, that's the take profit. And on 6th December I couldn't make anything more than 1%. I didn't lose any trade, but I didn't make much on this day. Now quickly I will go to the next day, because I think I'm very close to the current sessions. I think that's what I did actually during this trade, because that's why on that day I have around $1,500 profit. Remember, 500 on 2 is how much? 500 on 2 is $1,000 in profit, and then that 0.5% entry, that was another $500 profit. So that's how I got $1,500 on that day. That's now I remember. That's what exactly I did. But the 1% I added when market came to that 6-2 level one more time, something like that. I cannot remember properly, but something like that actually. So anyway, I have it recorded in my PC if I'm not wrong, so I can look into that later. Where is the? No, I still the Asia session didn't come, so let me wait until there is Asia. Okay, Asia here, 3 AM here, 4 AM here. Until that, let me keep playing. Okay, so market is trading inside of this. No, market is trading inside of this. Why I'm looking into this? Because remember, this fair value was never retested, and there is still liquidity sitting below that. That's why. I would love to see that this low is created in a good area. So let me have a look in 1 hour and 15 minutes. Sorry, 5 minutes. 1 hour, nothing. 5 minutes, nothing. It's okay. I'll keep whatever it is and however it is. Okay. So the 15 minutes it is, and there is another level below that. That is also a 15 minutes fair value. So let's see during my silver bullet what happens. Okay, before that, I actually have to mark this time because I didn't see the 15 minutes buy side and sell side. Okay, so that dotted line, remember that. You do not take that one before my silver bullet. You please do not. Silver bullet started, huge candle. It's gonna take the liquidity. Let's see. It took the Asia session. Is there anything else that market can go? There is this. I forgot to mark the 15 minutes upper fair value gap to determine where it can go. Actually, let me do that, since silver bullet just started and it already took the sell side and buy side. So that is another thing. I'm gonna make a video about that, but Let me just mark this. I can see the wick. Okay, I can see this part of the candle. That's why I marked it from there without looking into it. So that's the level it can go. This is it. Also, let me mark the mean threshold of this one, because it's not order block, but still I'm gonna mark the midpoint of that, because I mean, it is order block, don't get me wrong, but it's not a high probability order block that market can respect and then, reverse from. It is still a order block. Okay, but anyway, I have two fair value gaps over here. One fair value gap over here. Some inducement, took some inducements low as well. So I'll first try to enter into a trade from this area. Stop loss maybe below this. Too much. I'm gonna go around this. Still it's 8 pips, and that's the liquidity that I marked, right? No, what is this? I don't know what is that. Anyway, so this is the liquidity. And that's the high. I mean, I'm just marking the nearest, so just to see like if that can give me what I want, how far I need to go this far. Okay, let's see. Like if I get this entry, I'm gonna take this entry. Now what I did here is I marked the first fair value. There is a small little volume imbalance. That's why I'm putting a tick or two tick below that area, because if I get it, I'll get it like that. And stop loss just a tick or two below that mean threshold. Okay, it's 1.75. Stop loss is at 1.25, so 2 ticks below that. This is where I'm still willing to take the entry, because it's just the starting of the silver bullet and market is going higher like that. It's not making sense to me. Okay, it's not it's not giving me. And also if you look properly, what happened here, took the liquidity, market structure shift, fair value gap, went above, came lower, again, didn't take the liquidity. So it can still come here. I'm not sure if I should enter here or not. So okay, what I'll do is I'll enter into 0.5% only. Okay, 0.5%. Let's see. Okay, did I get it? Yes, I got it. So another 1%. Okay, don't get me wrong, I could have used or stick with my own strategy, but just to make sure that I'm actually showing it, like not because I didn't get stepped out here or the previous day, okay, because of the market. Like this week, the whole week you have the what it calls, I mean, I forgot the word. I didn't sleep the whole night. I'm sorry guys. You already know, like the Forex factory news previous week. You have the FOMC, you have the non-farm payroll. Okay, that's what I was trying to say. And on this day, you had news, unemployment every day, like PMI, a lot of things. Especially next week is crazy, brother. This week, CPI, 30 years bond, PPI, Federal Fund Rate, FOMC, press conference, unemployment, retail sale, core retail, Empire State Manufacturing Index, so many. I mean, it's gonna be crazy, so be careful. Anyway, so what I said is during this month, or especially the December, it's different and difficult. Still, I'm showing you that I'm making profits. If I targeted, like if I entered it with 1%, like if I stick with my own rule, I could make 2 more % on these 2 days. But still, what I said over and over again, I count profit as a profit, regardless of the amount. This is $500. Okay, if I risk 1% or like 0.5% of my account, that is $250, and this is 1:2, so that's $500 US dollars profit in both days. I don't mind seeing that. Now the last day, let me make it, I think it's the last day if I'm not wrong, so let me just go to the next day. Oh my god, it even shoot higher and it actually gave better entry later on. Anyway, that's also outside of the silver bullets. I don't really care about that, but I actually need to. Okay, that's the Asia session, and price is trading around that area, so I want to mark this huge fair value gap. I want to mark both of the lows and both of the highs, since still price didn't take any of them, and the relative ones to them. Okay, I'm sorry, that is not the Asia session, this is the Asia session. Anyway, I'll keep them all, because it's actually in 1 minute you will see these are actually good levels. These highs has actually clear visible highs. Anyway, and for the bearish, what I can mark here, I have nothing actually, and since there is not a single fair value but this one that already market traded, guys, this can be a very high probability entry. Just look, from this swing high took liquidity, right? It gave you market structure shift with fair value gap here. Now price respected or disrespected, I think disrespected that bearish fair value once. It came to the middle point, went above, took this swing highest liquidity, because that's the highest it went after the fair value gap was created. It took that liquidity, finally it broke below, it came here, failed to take these liquidities. I really wish that my silver bullet takes the sell side and gives me buy side. This is going to be a very high probability, because there is not a single fair value gap above these liquidities where price can possibly stop. So I'm gonna look into that, but let's see what happens next. So this is the only fair value I can see. I'm gonna mark that, and the buy side, sell side. Let me mark the 3 and 4 so that I can fast forward to that area for a bit, and then I can go to the 1 minute. Yes, it took the sell side, bro. Okay, now that it's the 3 AM already happened over in 1 minute, because you see this is like 3. Okay, this is 300. So next candle, what happens, it gave me a huge candle. Okay, and that candle actually gave me the form that I'm looking for. I'm not gonna wait anymore, because I'm finding it juicy. Okay, let's just look how close they are relative to each other. Okay, in terms of the liquidity, and it's coming from a huge fair value gap, almost the consequent encouragement. Like that's the market structure shift I'm expecting. I need a fair value gap now, so let's see. No fair value. It took the liquidity once again, so I'm gonna move the liquidity here. I'm gonna make the market structure shift above that high. So let's see if it creates any fractal highs or lows in between. I'll target that as my market structure shift. So I want to, but I don't want to. Okay, mark this as my market structure. Let's see if that can be my market structure, or if I can find something better here, because there is a possibility this week can be a don't worry. Where is my market structure, bruh? Okay, I got it. I'm looking into fractals. It's better if it can go there. Okay, so like if you count this as your market structure, you can find that. If you count this as your market structure, you can find that. So I think, okay, now that I have seen that candle, I'm gonna wait until market actually comes and gives me the entry. I want to see market breaking above that and then actually giving me the entry. Because, okay, what's happening here? What's the candle, man? I don't count weak, that's why I'm saying, like, the body is what I prefer. So did I miss? Anyway, I don't mind. Let's say this is where I'm right now. Market is coming. Oh shit, I missed it. Anyway, the volume imbalance, remember, it came there. Anyway, I missed it. It's okay. I'm still looking into these areas because it just, if you remember what I said about fractals, this is a swing low and that's another low. It took the liquidity from here. I'm still willing to enter because it's still inside my what is this? Still inside my silver bullet. Okay, and this is the volume imbalance, you can see. So should I, this is very risky, guys. I don't know actually. If I enter here, where should I put my stop loss? Because this swing low, I don't. Okay, I'm gonna actually look into one more candle and then I'm gonna enter. Like if it actually goes above that level, I'm gonna enter after that. I'm not gonna enter like this. Like I want it to go above that. It went above that. Yes. So this is why I said this is because this is my added confirmation. This is my liquidity market structure. Now I have a break of structure as well, and the inducement liquidity has been taken. So this is a fair value with volume imbalance, like the upper portion or second fair value, and here is the first fair value with volume imbalance. I'm gonna keep both areas. I'm gonna enter on the first one, stop loss, this swing low, target. First of all, let me see 1 to 2 where it goes. On the left, nothing here, but this one looks juicy. So if I go here, this looks more juicy. I don't know, man. Okay, so for this position, I'm gonna close here. But for any reason, if market comes here, I'm gonna enter into another trade. And for that position, because I'm entering after 2 break of structure. So this is for me a high probability. Also, this swing low took some, like, did some inducement liquidity over there. So I will enter another trade from here, keeping the same. No, for this one I want to put actually here. Let me see. Like, I don't know. So far that is the OTC, so I don't really need to go that low. Okay, I'll keep like this. Let's see. It didn't give me entry yet, and also the OTC shifted there. So where is the entry? Entry is up there. That's my stop loss. So I took the first entry, keeping the same stop loss. If market comes lower, I will take another entry. Okay, so now that's my second entry. Now I'll remove the OTC, and this liquidity is my first target. It's too juicy to actually avoid, but should I actually target the same? Anyway, this will be my first target, and if I see price after taking these liquidities, any of these liquidities, it's actually reacting, I will keep it around this area. If it's reacting badly, actually no, I will keep it at the Asia sessions high, stick with the rules, and then if I see it's reacting from any of these areas, like the first and second fair value is also there, so it can react. That's why I'm saying this area. And no, anyway, after taking this, whatever happens, let's see. Forget what I said. Okay, let me first. Okay, I'm sorry guys, I was about to say let me first get the first profit. So I got the first profit. Also I got the second, sorry, not this one, I got the second entry as well. So let me write down the first profit, which is 2.33. And you remember, let me move it a little right. So you remember that's the stop loss, it didn't hit it. Let me move it to a side and let me hide my indicator so that you can see it clearly. So that's the area that I put my stop loss here. First entry here, it didn't hit my stop loss, so this profit is already secured, which is 2.33. okay, silver bullet, 2.33%. I forgot to write plus, but since there is no other minus that I have written over here, so anyway. And I still have another runner over there. Okay, so for that runner, this one, now that I have secured this profit, I'm gonna move the stop loss to break even. Okay, before that I actually need to know where the stop loss was. Okay, just think that if market now comes lower here, it will hit my break even. Okay, and it's reacting, it creating even clearer high. Okay, I'm not gonna close or take partial. I'm gonna wait until it retraces and gives me that other profit. Okay, right there I got my other profit. This is a 6.73. bloody hell, bro, plus 6.73. I don't really know if I could have waited that long or not after getting that entry. I really don't know, but once I saw this high was formed, it gave me more of the liquidity over there. Okay, let's see if it went up to that level or not. Guys, this is how you get your high risk to reward on the 8.47 could have been mine if I marked. Let's see how far it actually went. Okay, so this is the Friday, right? So later on from these liquidity levels, they are during the news what it did. Okay, I don't really need to look anymore, but anyway, you know what I targeted. I targeted the Asia session. Stick with the rules because it's high probability, and it created so many swing highs over here, like the trending highs, that is also aligning with those levels. So in short, it was getting even better probability for people who traded. And yeah, I think that's the result. So how many days? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So 10 days of entry. Sorry, why I'm using this 8-9%. Okay, now this may feel or this may sound crazy to you guys. Okay,
this may feel or this may sound crazy to you guys. Even when I saw this sort of reaction, maybe I might have closed my position somewhat around this area. I didn't even, like, I don't know. Usually when you trade with for a long time, when you see this sort of things are happening over here, you will see market eventually goes to that. And look at the inducement that I talked. It took the buy side, it took the sell side, then what happened right after taking these liquidities, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 candles, it took 1 2 3 4 levels of liquidities at once. Okay, that's why, like, it's these sort of things are very high probable, like very quick moves. I hope you got my point. Like, whatever time it took from all these areas to reach up there, from my entry point to that high, and from this low to that high, it's almost the same range. Okay, so this is where I first entered that high. It's like 24.5 ticks, and this is where it came to that high or that high. It's 19.75. It's not too far, but it took only 39 minutes to deliver that, and it took 1 hour and 66 minutes. Okay, so compare that. Like, 1 hour and 6 minutes means 66 minutes, and it took 39 minutes, okay, to deliver this far or even that far. It's 31 minutes, so 39 minutes will be here. Anyway, so if you don't trust the process that I have showed you, I highly suggest you to go to your chart, backtest it, that after taking that liquidity during that silver bullet, if market is giving opposite move or not during the silver bullet, opposite move after taking that liquidity. Taking that liquidity during the silver bullet, opposite move, what it took, buy side, sell side delivery. Taking the liquidity here, opposite move. Taking the liquidity on the top side, opposite move. Or sorry, it didn't take, it created equal high there, or relative equal highs, something like that, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so it didn't create. So during the London session, it took the sell side, opposite move. Again took the buy side, opposite move. Yes, it didn't come lower this time, but you got your entry by that far. You don't even need to look for this much. Okay, but better probability happened after the silver bullet. That's why I'm not considering that, although my entry was there. If you practice this, okay, I cannot go any into the lower time frame, but let me try on the 5 minutes to share with you guys some more. Okay, if during that moments this happens or not. What is this? Asia, sell side, opposite during the silver bullet. Okay, it took the sell side. It took even before the London session started. You can see here. Okay, that's the Asia low. If you mark this low, still it took it, but by a tick or something. Okay, this opposite move. Almost every time, I'm not gonna say every time because you cannot be 100% correct. Here I was going with the thing over and over again, so I got a loss, but since I have traded, I have the experience, I took another entry, and that's why I made the profit. So I could have ended this day as a loss for just because I don't have the experience. And then you saw this. Why I'm saying this? Took the sell side, delivered buy side. Took the sell side, delivered buy side. Took the sell side, took the sell side during the silver bullet, delivered buy side. Took the sell side, or sorry, took the buy side during the silver bullet, delivered sell side. Took the sell side first during the silver bullet, delivered buy side. Later on it came even lower. Silver bullet, took the buy side during silver bullet, came lower. Now sell side during silver bullet, delivered higher. Sell side during silver bullet, delivered higher, came lower, again went higher. I don't know, like in 1 minute, if there was very good entries, or maybe this was your losing day. I don't know, like I'm really not sure about what can possibly happen during this moment. Okay, because it's pure consolidation. Even if you have got any of your entry or not during that moment, I really don't know. And in 1 minute I cannot go until this far, so I cannot actually see if this was a profitable entry or not. I'm so sorry. If you have better plan, you can look into this 21st November 2023, this silver bullet. Okay, 21st November 2023 NQ silver bullet. I don't have, that's why I'm sorry guys. Took the sell side, delivered buy side during the silver bullet. So yes, I think until next time, take a very good care of yourself, and if you find it informative, if you have watched the entire part of the video, I know it's a huge video, but if you watched it, please let me know in the comment box, and until next time, take a very good care. Bye bye.